Big difference between Shannon Faulkner and Monica Seles. Most of us don't remember Shannon Faulkner. We don't remember quitters, do we? Quitters don't inspire us, but people who endure hardship and keep going inspire us because they don't quit. A man came to Jesus in Luke chapter 9, verse 58, and he says, "I'll follow you wherever you go." Jesus said to him, "Foxes have holes, and birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man has nowhere to lay his head." And you go down just a few more verses to 61 and 62. Another man comes to Jesus and says, "Lord, I will follow you, but first let me go and bid them farewell who are at my house." But Jesus said to him, "No one, having put his hand to the plow and looking back, is fit for the kingdom of God." What Jesus is telling us here is, if you're going to follow me, you need to realize that times are going to be tough. There are going to be some hard and difficult times. You may not know where your next meal is going to come from. You may not know where you're going to sleep that night. But when you realize this and you put your hand to the plow, you don't turn back. Being a Christian takes commitment. We all know people who have started the Christian life and gotten discouraged and quit. It's discouraging to other people when a person quits. We want to be those who keep on keeping on. That's why Hebrews chapter 12, verses 1 through 3 are so important. I'm going to read it one more time. Listen carefully. "Therefore we also, since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which so easily ensnares us, and let us run with endurance the race that is set before us, looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of God. For consider him who endured such hostility from sinners against himself, lest you become weary and discouraged in your heart." You'll notice from this passage that the Christian life is not compared to a wind sprint. It's compared to a race, but not a wind sprint, but to a marathon. In a wind sprint, you run as fast as you can for a short distance, and the key element is speed. But in a marathon, the key element is endurance, and we're going to make it to the end. Paul said, "I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith." 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 7. Finishing the race is critically important for us as Christians. We can't stop in the middle. And that's why Hebrews chapter 12 is so important, because it gives us 4 principles that help us run the race of life with endurance.